In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on April 12, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Lakers versus Memphis Grizzlies. The Los Angeles Lakers are heading to Memphis this Friday night for a match against the Grizzlies, marking one of the final games of the season for both teams. The Lakers, having suffered 2 consecutive losses, are now set for the play-in round of the Western Conference playoffs. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies have long been out of playoff contention and are simply playing out their remaining games. For the Lakers, maintaining a winning streak is crucial to avoid slipping to the 10th spot in the Western Conference standings for the play-in round. They anticipate having Davis back for this game, which should provide more scoring opportunities for the Lakers shooters. Having already secured 2 wins out of 3 against the Grizzlies, the Lakers are expected to have the upper hand in this encounter. The Grizzlies, lacking manpower and motivation, are likely to struggle against the Lakers' stronger offense and dominance on the boards, especially considering the Grizzlies rank last in total rebounds across the NBA. It's hard to envision any scenario where betting on the Grizzlies on Friday night would seem appealing, especially given their numerous injury setbacks. The question remains, who will step up for scoring? Their offensive struggles are evident, ranking dead last in the league with only 104 points per 100 possessions. Furthermore, the Grizzlies face the daunting task of containing arguably one of the greatest players in history, who is determined to propel the Lakers up the Western Conference standings. The Lakers have shown promise with a 9-3 record in their last 12 games and have covered the spread in 5 of their last 7 meetings against the Grizzlies. Therefore, the Los Angeles Lakers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Grizzlies are currently grappling with scoring issues due to injuries sidelining their top 4 scorers. With only 8 eligible players likely available, scoring has been a challenge in recent games, resulting in 5 consecutive games where they have remained under the total points line. Throughout the season, they rank at the bottom of the NBA in scoring. Although the Lakers have exceeded the total points line in 3 of their last 5 games, the absence of Davis could potentially hamper their offensive output in this matchup. To emphasize just how dire Memphis' offensive struggles are, during their recent 6-12 stretch, they have averaged a mere 97.5 points per game. Despite their offensive woes, Memphis has shown resilience on the defensive end, ranking 12th in defensive efficiency by allowing only 111.5 points per 100 possessions. In contrast, the Lakers rank 17th in the same category, conceding 113 points per 100 possessions. However, given the significance of this game, it is anticipated that the Los Angeles defense will step up against the struggling Memphis offense. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Hawks versus Minnesota Timberwolves. The Atlanta Hawks are set to journey to the Target Center this Friday evening for a non-conference clash with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Positioned 10th in the Eastern Conference standings, the Hawks have accrued a record of 36 wins and 44 losses. They find themselves in the midst of a 4-game losing skid following a narrow 115-114 defeat at home against the Charlotte Hornets on Wednesday night. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves are currently placed 2nd in the Western Conference, boasting a commendable record of 55 wins against 25 losses. Their most recent outing saw them succumb to a 116-107 defeat on the road against the Denver Nuggets. This upcoming game will mark the second and final encounter between these 2 teams this season, with the Hawks emerging victorious in their previous matchup with a 127-113 win back on October 30th. In the competitive landscape of the Western Conference, the Minnesota Timberwolves are vying for the top seed, whereas the Atlanta Hawks have solidified their spot in the play-in tournament. This disparity underscores a noticeable contrast in the caliber of these two teams. An analysis of their recent offensive performances reveals a stark contrast in scoring trends. Over their last 4 games, the Hawks have averaged 107.5 points per game, while the Timberwolves have surged ahead with an average of 121 points across their last 3 matchups. The Timberwolves missed out on an opportunity to secure the top seed in the Western Conference following their recent defeat to the Denver Nuggets by a score of 116-107. With just 2 games remaining in their regular season, they are currently slated to secure either the 2nd or 3rd seed, unless the Nuggets stumble in their final 2 fixtures. Karl Anthony Towns, who has been sidelined for 18 consecutive games due to a left knee injury, may return to action for Friday's game against Atlanta, their penultimate fixture of the season. Trae Young's return to the court provides a boost for the Hawks, yet coach Quinn Snyder will exercise caution in managing his minutes, particularly after he played for 21 minutes in the previous game. While Towns is expected to have limited playing time against a Hawks squad that is grappling with a substantial roster of injured players, the Minnesota Timberwolves to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. Atlanta relinquished a commanding 15-point lead in the 4th quarter as the Charlotte Hornets clinched a narrow 115-114 victory. Trae Young, who made his comeback after missing 23 games due to a torn ligament in his left pinky, contributed 14 points and 11 assists in a 21-minute appearance. Despite Young's return to the starting lineup, the Hawks were plagued by absentees, with guard DeJounte Murray and forwards DeAndre Hunter and Jalen Johnson sidelined for the game. These players are likely to remain sidelined as the postseason draws near. Given the injury concerns and the approaching playoffs, both teams are expected to encounter difficulties in putting up points. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Bucks versus Oklahoma City Thunder. 2 teams positioned near the top of their respective conferences are set to wrap up their regular season engagements as the Milwaukee Bucks clash with the Oklahoma City Thunder this Friday. The Bucks are coming off a successful home outing against the Magic, securing a 117-99 victory despite entering the game as 1.5-point underdogs. Meanwhile, the Thunder displayed dominance in their recent match against the Spurs, coasting to a convincing 127-89 win and comfortably covering a substantial 17.5-point spread as home favorites. These squads previously met in late March, where the Bucks triumphed with a commanding 25-point margin on their home court. Oklahoma City showcased a dominant performance against the Spurs on Wednesday night, with an outstanding defensive showcase that served as a perfect tune-up before the impending playoffs next week. They limited San Antonio to a mere 28.6% shooting accuracy and capitalized on 22 points from the Spurs' 10 turnovers before halftime. Both Gilgeous-Alexander and Giddey contributed 18 points each in the initial half, effectively sealing the game's fate by the end of the 2nd quarter. On the other side, the Bucks announced on Wednesday that Giannis would miss their final 3 regular season games, although his status for the playoffs remains uncertain. The Thunder have enjoyed considerable success at home, triumphing in 14 out of their last 16 games played in their own arena. While the Thunder will field a strong roster including key players like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, and Holmgren, the Bucks will be without Giannis. However, there's more to consider than just player absences in this matchup. Rumors circulating around the league suggest that the Bucks might prefer dropping to the 3rd seed rather than holding on to the 2nd position. This strategic move makes sense when examining the prospective play in tournament teams. The likely 7-8 matchup features Philadelphia and Miami, with Philadelphia boosted by the return of last year's MVP and Miami historically performing well in the playoffs. By slipping to 3rd place, Milwaukee would face Indiana in the 1st round, a perceived easier series to navigate. This theory is further evidenced by the injury report and the point spread, as the 2nd seed in the East rarely finds themselves as double-digit underdogs. It appears the Bucks might intentionally aim for a loss here, and the Thunder are well positioned to capitalize on that. Oklahoma City currently ranks 3rd in pace as they approach the penultimate regular season game. They trail the Denver Nuggets by just 1 game in the Western Conference standings. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander notably scored 26 points in a mere 26 minutes during their recent victory. Additionally, Josh Giddey contributed a stellar performance with 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists, while Gordon Hayward chipped in with 18 points. The Thunder exerted clear dominance over the Spurs, allowing most of their starters to rest during the fourth quarter. Consequently, they should enter this upcoming game against a Giannis-less Bucks squad refreshed and ready. Furthermore, Oklahoma City's recent trends indicate that the total score has surpassed the projected mark in 7 of their last 10 games. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. The Thunder, playing at home and striving for a prime seed in the West, haven't been covering spreads as reliably as usual, but facing the Bucks without their key players makes a Thunder win a solid choice for me. Therefore, the Oklahoma City to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.